Welcome to Money Making Conversation. I am your host, Rashawn McDonald. It is really important to understand that everybody travels a different path to success. That is because your brand is different. The challenges you face in your life are very different. So stop reading other people's success stories and start writing your own. Now, you can be motivated by their success stories, so please read them. But they can offer you direction and help you reach your goals through your planning and your committed effort. It's all about how much effort you're willing to put into your dreams. A lot of people have dreams. People want to just jump into it. They want their dreams to become a lottery, but it takes planning, effort, and commitment. And whatever order you want to put that in, but you got to include at least 2 out of the 3 you got to include if you want to try to reach your dreams and achieve your goals. My next guest is Chef Huda. Chef Huda is a Telly Award-winning Television Host, acclaimed award-winning chef, and Food Network record-setting champion, an American Heart Association ambassador. Chef Huda, during the COVID-19, she launched the kitchen quarantine party live. Right there, kitchen quarantine. With series on IG to help bring joy to people in this uncertain time. Her IG live food party was packed with loads of fun, cocktails, great music, delicious food, and VIP guests. Now, why wasn't I invited? Maybe I'm not VIP enough for her little food parties. I'm gonna put the word love. I'm gonna throw some hate on her. She has a savory spice line that we want to discuss called Just Savor by Chef Huda. Please welcome to Money Making Conversation. She's a good friend of mine because she's gonna be back on the show. We're gonna be we're gonna be cooking kitchen to kitchen in a minute. Please welcome Chef Huda. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, how are you?
I was throwing a little hate in you, a little love in there.
You put a little salt on that. I heard it.
There was a little salt on there. Bacon got a little salty there. It's a little bit of salt on there. He didn't get it. He all hateful because he didn't get invited to the VIP IG party. Well, tell us about the IG parties that you've been throwing, and why have they been so successful?
You know what? By the grace of God, everything that I accomplish gets done. So because of what's happening in the world, it's an interesting time. Let's put it that way. And I think it's also made a lot of people grateful, made a lot of people stop. And it's been great because we started the kitchen quarantine parties because we were sitting at home, feeling a little down like everybody else. I was like, what can we do? I was like, I can show people how to feed themselves, and I can quasi-dance, depending on who you ask. If not, I can act silly and be completely comfortable with that. So it really just started with us wanting to bring a little joy and be able to connect with people. And since people were in their kitchens cooking, some of them had never cooked before. Right. Some of them, oatmeal is their dish of the month. Right. We just wanted to give people some options. So it was really great. And it was a wonderful response. We had everyone from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson retweet us or repost us. And it's just been really exciting. And we've gotten to partner with some major brands and some nonprofits like Red Nose Day. So it's just been fun. I'm just here to have fun and just, bring joy in a delicious way.
Okay, the kitchen. Now, see, I can bake now. I can bake now.
I've heard. Why haven't I gotten a pie or cake? Let's talk about that.
Don't hate. Don't do Chef Huda. Dwayne Johnson ain't reposting me now. Okay, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Let's don't tell everybody just because they confused. Because she kind of slid that out. I got reposted by Dwayne Johnson. See, that's like she should be putting that in her credit. She's been reposted. My next guest has been reposted by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay. She is a Telly Award-winning. That should be part of the credits right there.
That should be part of it. We'll work that.
There you go. Tell me this. What makes a good cook in the kitchen? I'm talking about in the kitchen. Yeah. And what makes a bad cook in the kitchen, Chef?
Oh, that, I like to say that everyone can cook. It depends on how much, just like anything in life, it depends on how much time you dedicate to it. Right. And also your attitude going in. So a lot of people, I do a lot of touring where I used to before COVID. I do a lot of different cooking demonstrations for a bunch of different people. And the one thing I always got from people was, oh, it's overwhelming, or I don't have time, or I can't find ingredients, or I can't do this, X, Y, Z. There's a long list. And I always tell people cooking is about expressing love and joy. That's why you cook. You cook because you want to express love and joy. If you go into it with that, even if you know that you can't boil water to save your life, that bowl of cereal you're going to make is going to have a different feel on it. Right. So, so I don't think there's bad cooks. I think there's people who just need to find their niche. And also I think that there are people who are just really gifted and it comes natural. Just share the gift either way.
It's the people out there can't cook. You know that. Come on. They really can't cook.
Listen, some people are destined to make really great salads. That's just going to be their niche.
I don't know if they can do the salad either. I really do. It's some mad people out there probably will start strangling you right now and go, hey, you have not met my husband, or you have not met my mate, or you have not met my wife, cannot cook. And so because, when you go in the kitchen, because the worst person you can learn from, I guess, could be your mom. When they just grab stuff, just grab a salt shaker, grab some pepper, just start putting together.
Recipe.
Oh my God, these people make me sick. Because you can't. How is that? I don't know. Get out of my face. Okay, you're making me nervous, baby. You're making me nervous, baby. So what did you learn? Who taught you your skill set in the kitchen?
Oh my goodness. So we have some amazing cooks in my family. My Nana, my Aunt Peggy used to cook, my Uncle Donnell, who they all have passed. So I was very blessed in that sense. My mom, I like to say that she has her signature dishes. Like no one can compete with her muffins or her crepes or her roasted chicken. Like she's not going to go outside of the box a lot, but when she shows up, she shows out.
Right.
So, so I like to think that I got a little touch from all of my relatives, and also just being around different cultures and being around different friends and in their families.
Well, let me ask you this,
because very blessed.
Let me ask you this, because I'm a guy, I'm a shortcut cook. I'm a shortcut baker too. Like, say a cream of mushroom soup is always in my cabinet, because I can take me some drumsticks, season them bad boys up, put a little milk, mix that cream of mushroom, pour it over there, put me some cheese on top, slide that bad boy in the oven about 55 minutes, come back out, you looking good. Now, what makes me mad, because I'm on social media, and then sometimes I'm gonna tell you something, I use canned peaches for my peach cobbler. I use things like that. And people, I never eat that. You don't understand. That's not real peach cobbler. Or that's not, you're using canned. Okay, excuse me, stop. Where do you fall, Chef Huda, when it comes to people like me who just want to get the job done, knowing this can taste good and make you win?
So my philosophy on food has always been, you got to do what works for you, right?
Right.
If I set these unrealistic expectations, I want you to make pie crust, pie dough. No. I want you to make your sourdough bread from scratch, then make the croutons. Come on. Listen, we're all busy. We all have different things going on. We have family, we have jobs, we have just things. So if you can find a shortcut that is healthy, shortcut that is healthy, I say. Right. Healthy. If you can find one that works for you, it's okay to get things out of the freezer section. It's okay to get things out of the canned section. Right. Just make sure you're reading what you get that you use for your pantry shortcuts, as I like to call it. Right. So if you're getting canned goods, make sure there's not 37 things in a can of peaches. Right. Peaches, water, salt, maybe some sugar. That's it. Right. So make sure that you're just reading and informing yourself on those ingredients. But I think it's absolutely fine. Because I think we're very far from the days where it's like everything has to be from scratch. It has to be. We just don't have time for that. We're in the Instagram world. Listen, when I need things, I need things. Thank you.
I just want to know who I was talking to, because, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just telling Rushion, I put my pictures on there. They go viral, then I tell people how I made it. Then they get mad at me. It's always some person with comments, I have to hide the comments. On Facebook, you can hide them. They don't know you hide their ugliness. They still looks like they see it, but on my timeline, you can't see it no more.
Secrets right now, though.
So my whole thing is that when you come to what you're doing with your career now, Food Network, tell us about your experience on Food Network and how did it help your brand?
Oh, it helped the brand tremendously. I think all of the milestone things that have happened in my career have helped me to whatever the next level is I'm supposed to be on. So I'm very grateful for those experiences. Food Network, it was a huge fan of Cutthroat Kitchen, and one day I got a call, and you've been on these calls before where they're kind of selling you on an ideal you're already doing cartwheels about, but you got cool on the phone.
Right.
Like, really, that sounds very interesting. Back yes. Yes. So when I went on Cutthroat Kitchen, I had a very simple strategy. Just do my best and beat everyone, be quiet, put my head down and do the work.
Right.
And I kind of put that mantra, if you will, towards everything I do in life. So going on Food Network and setting a record. Listen, I'm a little competitive, but setting a record for the highest winner on the history of the show. I think they were in season 7 when I went on. Was more than I.
Right there. I did say that in your credits, but I didn't say Dwayne Johnson, dog. Right there, Food Network record-setting champion, Cutthroat Kitchen. I just left that Cutthroat Kitchen.
There you go, Cutthroat Kitchen. Listen, but it was a great experience. It's the show very much, for those who aren't familiar with it, they sent you sabotages. So they started you off with a certain amount of money. You got to bid on sabotages. You had to make certain dishes, and you had to do it within a time restraint. And of course, they threw curveballs at you. Right. So my I always like to say the show is kind of like life. You come in with a plan. You got to make it work. Right. You got to make it work. I think one challenge was supposed to make cornbread and chili. I ended up making I was supposed to make cornbread and chili, and I ended up making grits because I forgot all the stuff for the cornbread while I was running around grabbing ingredients. Don't tell anybody. Hold on. But my story.
Hold up now.
When I got to the judges.
No, come on now. You cannot go past it because I'm a grit lover and I'm a cornbread lover. So you went So you went like from cornbread to grit now. Please explain that to me. Listen,
I realized because you're running around and everyone's like, oh, it looks so easy on TV. It's easy until you're in there and you run and trying to remember everything. Right. Think about all the things you forget when you go to the grocery store in your regular life. Now you're under pressure.
Right. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right quick, Chef. Now, when you say, okay, this is a question I always wanted to ask. Okay.
Go ahead.
Do they... Oh, okay. They bring you forth. They say, look, we want you to make, these combination of things. Do they prep you or is it on the spot? Is it really on the spot?
It's on the spot. Wow. Oh, that's true.
I can't do that show.
No TV magic.
I'm telling you something, Chef. I can't do the show. I'm not that skilled. I am not. Girl, I got to have a day ahead of time to know what I'm about to cook. You're telling me for real. On TV.
There's no prep. Listen, you go from a green room to a set, and then the next thing you know, it's happening.
Okay, so you
better be ready or move out the way. One of the two.
So first of all, I know because they've called me a couple of times, and I said, I'd rather be a judge. Now I understand. I don't have the skill set to be a contestant. Because if you brought me in there, go, Rashawn McDonald, we want you to make some cornbread and chili. I go, okay. Why y'all didn't tell me yesterday so I could prepare for this? It doesn't work that way. No. Your boy got to have notice. If you want to get the skills out of me, Chef, I got to have notice. I'm just going to let you know. Okay, so I'm glad you told me now. So when they call me in the future, if I'm blessed enough to get another phone call, okay, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, that's beyond my pay grade.
I got faith in you.
No. Please
don't have no faith.
You don't have to pump me up. I'm telling you right now, if they call me, I got to pass because you finally told me the truth, Rashawn. All jokes aside, Cupcake Wars, all the cakes, all the Cutthroat Kitchen, all that, the barbecue contest, those people do not know what is going to go down until they tell them on the spot. This would happen, Chef. They go, okay, why you still standing there, Rashawn?
Be like, I'm getting my list together in my mind. Hold on.
No, Chef. I'm getting my lie together because I'm trying to tell y'all, my brain got a blood clot or something because the part of the brain that's supposed to be cooking is clotted up. So that tells me you're just skilled. So when you say you set a record, but that's amazing for the highest scores.
Yes. So what happens is you're supposed to spend money on sabotages, and at some point, I was the only girl on the show. There were 3 other guys I was competing against. And at some point I just realized when you get money,
right,
that you didn't have to necessarily earn.
Right.
You're like, wait a minute. It was like, someone just handed me 25. Do I really want to blow 10 right this second? I just got it. Let me visit with it for a second. Let me count it. So at some point I had to just bet on myself and just, say a prayer and just go with it. Make it do what it do.
Cool. Now, I got to ask this one question because I already know right now you have the skill set. We talked about your parents. You came from a family of great cooks. Did you go to culinary school? Are you a trained cook? I did. Okay, tell us about that because you can't act like you just learned from your mama and then you own the cutthroat kitchen. Somebody told you some skills somewhere along the line. Because Rushion McDonald can tell you right now. Nobody ever taught me nothing. And guess what? Nothing is locked in this brain. If I don't have a cookbook in front of me, chef, it's going to be a problem. Listen,
you'll be okay.
Okay, go.
The interesting part is I never started off wanting to be a chef.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can tell that part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be a lawyer. Then somewhere around high school, I was between lawyer and psychiatrist.
I don't understand.
So I went to school at University of Maryland for undergrad for behavioral science.
Mm-hmm.
Sociology, study of groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
I love people.
Mm-hmm. That's my minor, sociology. That's my minor.
Hey, see, I knew I liked you. Okay, all right. But at some point, life takes turns and changes. And I had every job from, I worked for a promotion team. I worked in PR. I worked in event management. I worked retail. I worked in the food industry before. So I was in hospitality management before I went to culinary school. And I was like, okay, I was like running hotels and work for Marriott and be a GM. Like that was a new goal. Mm-hmm. And then at some point I decided that I wanted to go to culinary school because food was the one thing, no matter what was going on in my life, I always came back to. I always liked cooking for people. It always calmed me when I had a stressful day. Mm-hmm. And no matter what I was doing, it always brought me joy. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to share that joy, but I also wanted to do it in the best way possible, in a knowledgeable way. So I went to Le Cordon Bleu and graduated top 10% of my class. Little competitive, just small, admin. And, just really took that education and learned so many things that I didn't think that I needed to know. Because I was like, I'm like most people, I was like, I can cook. Mm-hmm. I got some pasta and some chicken dishes I can make. I'm good. And then you get to culinary school and you realize there's so many different things. Like anything, when you go to school, you learn that next level of education or information you didn't even know you wanted.
Right.
But now you have it. So now it's just one more thing in your tool belt for life. So I highly recommend culinary school. But if you learn from your grandma, you learn from the restaurant that you're starting off at, wherever your education comes from, just make sure you share your gifts.
So now you have this line of spice flavors, a premium and gourmet spice line inspired by global cuisine. Tell us, how did it get started? Is it online right now? We're in the middle of the Cyber Monday, come off of Black Friday. Can we go online to buy this? But first, tell us about the line, because I love spicy food. I'm from Houston, Texas. I love Cajun food. I love put some good salt on my food, some good lemon pepper on my food. I just love spicy food. So when I saw a spice flavor line, I got excited.
Well, yes. So as you can tell, or you might think, I love spices too. I love flavors. I love bringing different flavors through and different dishes that you don't expect it. So just Savor by Chef Huda. We're actually selling our
She's so cute.
And I was like, yes, that's the gift box. We're selling our new gift boxes for Cyber Monday, and also we'll have some sales during the holiday season. With the gift box, you get 3 of our signature spices. You get a cooking class, step-by-step instruction by me, and we'll send you 2 new recipes for you to try as well. So,
but you say you get a cooking class?
A cooking class.
Okay, how does that work? I'm assuming it's through Zoom, right?
So it's going to be through Zoom. So when you get your spice boxes, we currently have 4 designated spice boxes, and we're going to come up with 4 different classes per month. So when you get your spice box, you'll get an invite to the class that works with the spice pack that you ordered, and then I'll instruct you on how to make it, and we'll have a good time. We'll have fun in the kitchen, and you kind of get to be in my kitchen space. Right. We'll have a soundtrack and all that good stuff, and a Q&A afterwards. And it's just really a time for people. It's like, okay, a lot of us buy things and we're like, oh, that spice looks good. And you don't know what to do it when you get home.
Right.
So we want to do the cooking class so people know how to use the spices.
Now, the Just Savor line, that's Savor. The Savory Spice line is rich spices from around the world. You have garlic goodness, shea masala, what is it, masala? Shea masala, maple sugar magic. That sounds fantastic. Maple sugar magic. That sounds like something you put on some barbecue right there.
Yeah, I got
and some good old beans. Some good beans right there.
So we have all these new flavors. So I have to send you a new pack. You messing with me,
chef. You messing with me now. Okay, don't do me like that.
Listen, I got you with the barbecue.
The Applewood, check this out, y'all. Right Applewood smoked sea salt.
That's my favorite. I'm sending you that one, and I'm sending you Cajun kick as well.
I'll tell you something. See, I love baked potatoes. Okay, I love baked potatoes.
Well, I do too.
Okay, cool. So like that spicy garlic madness on some baked potato right there, the Jamaican jerk spice on some baked potatoes right there. Oh my God, is it merlot sea salt right there? That's come on now. You messing with me now.
Listen, we had to bring the flavors. We started off with our salt-free because being ambassador for American Heart Association, heart disease is near and dear to my heart.
Absolutely.
And I really want to do my part to allow people to have flavor, but also live their healthy, salt-free lifestyles, or just include it into their traditional lifestyles. Well, but I wanted to be able to create a product that would be able to open people's mind about what salt-free cooking is, right? But also give them really good flavors as well.
But like I said, the Savory Spice line is in the variety of salt-free, like you said, heart healthy lifestyle. The spices are vegan. You didn't say that, but I'm saying it for you.
Thank you.
Gluten-free, 100% natural with no MSG, no artificial additives or preservatives. See, I'm your commercial. I'm your well-dressed commercial.
I appreciate it.
Now, 20 spice. Now, tell us how we can go online to get this. I know I'm gonna drop this in my newsletter this week that goes out Wednesday. I'm gonna put this at the top of my newsletter. So register my newsletter at moneymakingconversation.com, and you will see. Rushion McDonald tells the truth because I love the box. I love the look. I love the fact you can get a class. I love that there are 20 signature spice flavors tied to this whole brand because, like I said, the jam and jerk, you got me right there. I'm telling you, I'm sold. The maple sugar magic, I'm sold right there. The spicy garlic madness, woo, right there, I'm sold. And then the Applewood smoked sea salt, come on now.
That's one of my favorites. It changes how you eat.
I'm telling you something. Right there, I see that in greens right there. The Applewood smoked sea salt. I see that in greens, And like I said, I'm just telling you what Rushion said. You can try this on all your vegetables, all your meats, all this. This is what spices is all about. I'm telling you, when I can see something, I immediately go, I like that. Because see, that's why I love that maple sugar magic, because I love bittersweet. I like, sugar, salt. I like those flavors that kind of like when I eat it gives me a mixed vibe and it's a certain level of enjoyment. That's why I love your spices. And I'm telling you something, jerk. I love me some jerk flavor. The fact you got jam and jerk in there, I'm sold. I
appreciate that. I'm so excited. I am going to get you a new box. You have the spices. We had our salt-free line first, but now that we have more flavors, I got you. I got you.
Here's the cool thing about it. First of all, I have a home in Houston. I've been blessed. Have a home in Atlanta, and I have an office kitchen. Okay, so when the shipment is going to stay at my office. Okay, and then I'm gonna have my other shipment at my house. That way I don't have to take my little jam and jerk to the office or take it to the house and forget to bring. One day I'm cooking in my office and looking, the cabinet's missing. So all that's gonna be, I'm gonna take a photo of showing it in my cabinet, and then we're gonna get together. We're gonna come back together, and I'm gonna be in my kitchen. You're gonna be in your kitchen. We're gonna have some fun. Okay.
It sounds like a good time. It sounds like a culinary party. I'm here for it.
Oh, look at this. I'm VIP, y'all. I'm VIP. Yeah.
Look how it came up. I love it.
I really want to thank you for taking your time to come on my show because more importantly, I love talking to people in the food industry. I love talking to chefs. It's a culinary world that, a lot of people when they go to restaurants, they don't know there's a black chef back there. They don't know that blacks are really dominating it. And then also the fact that I like to bring on chefs because, the black community has a sense of what chefs are, you know, the neighborhood soul food joints. And we're doing more than that in the kitchen. My man Samuel, I have them all on this show. They all come over here, and I got my man Eduardo out of Seattle. He's coming on the show. My man Rodney Scott down in Carolina. So they all come on my show. My boy Bledsoe out of LA, who I started way back in the day when he was just doing barbecue in Compton, California. So now to have you on my show, I want to thank you for taking the time. But you are family now. Okay, you beautiful. First of all, I just love your look. I love your hair. You know, when you came on, I said I love your style. So,
thank you.
With that being said, I know why TV loves you. I know you got that Telly Award-winning Television honor. You're going to get more than that, and we're going to be friends, okay? Me, you, friends for life.
I got you. Yes, here we are. Yes.
So again, okay, just Savor. That's right. Spice flavors, over 20 signature spice flavors. Like I said, jam and jerk, garlic goodness. I'm just calling out my favorites, you know. I'm just keep hollering out my favorites, you know. But she has over 20 signature spices. They're, like I said, they're vegan and gluten-free, 100% natural with no MSG. Thank you for coming on my show again, okay?
Thank you so much. And everyone go to justsavor.com and get your spices today. Find your delicious.
There you go. I love it. And we talk more. If you want to hear more Money Making Conversations interviews, please go to moneymakingconversation.com. You can subscribe on my YouTube or my podcast. I'm Rushion McDonald. I'm your host.